안녕하세요, 여러분. Hi, everyone. My name is Jihoon An, and then from now on, I'm gonna teach you about Korean letters and Korean language, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about Korean culture too. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Jihoon An, and I have taught um, students in English in Preply platform. I have taught almost like 100 students so far. Mhm. And then I'm so happy to meet you through YouTube here. Actually, I am kind of like um, computer chip, hardware computer chip expert. I have studied it for like 10 years, pursuing for a PhD. But now I'm trying to do both of them, like teaching Korean, and then I I wanted to do my research, my own research too. Um, so anyway, nice to meet you, and let's start right away. So let me introduce a little bit about King Sejong here, and this is King Sejong's Korean letters Hangul. So basically, like King Sejong made Korean letters around 600 years ago. Before then, we used kind of Chinese letters. And 600 years ago, King Sejong made the Korean letters. So since then, we started to use Hangul. Okay, so before we start, let's learn a little bit more about Korean culture. So, this is the Korean national flower, which is 무궁화, 무궁화. And then this is Korean national flag, which is 태극기, 태극기. And this one is um, Korean land. It looks like this. We say it like Korean Peninsula, which is 한반도, 한반도. So Korea is like this. It's kind of like I should say separated to north part and south part. So the north part, do you know what is like this part called? Some of my students know it and many of my students doesn't know it. So actually this north part is North Korea and south part is South Korea. So the north part, I mean, even if you want to go to north, it's not gonna be that easy, you know. And south part is where I live, and then this place is Seoul. Many people know Seoul these days. And then Busan is here, popular for the beautiful ocean, and Jeju Island is here. Hmm. Okay, so and then let's look at Korean national traditional outfit, which is called hanbok. Hanbok is really beautiful, and these days we don't wear it much, but when I was young, like 20, 30 years ago, it was like I used to wear this kind of clothes at the uh, Lunar New Year's or like Korean Thanksgiving, like full moon day, which is like which we say is 추석. Mhm. I used to wear this, and I have a foreign wife, so when I invited her to Korea, we visited Gyeongbok Palace together. And then when you visit Gyeongbok Palace, there's a lot of shops that you can rent out this kind of clothes, like beautiful clothes. So we wore these clothes together and then went to Gyeongbok Palace and took nice pictures, and we were so happy about it. Oh, I used that picture, one of those pictures, to our wedding. Mhm. Okay, and then let's see Korean traditional food. So number one is bulgogi. It's really sweet and nice. So basically, it's beef, soy sauce, and some garlics, and pretty sweet. Very nice. Next one is kimchi. Kimchi is sour and sometimes a little bit spicy. I love kimchi. I loved kimchi since I was very young. Kimchi is so good when you are eating it with ramen, or I love to eat a lot of kimchi when I eat and when I'm having Korean barbecue. Like samgyeopsal is my soul food. Since I was like 5 years ago, my parents say that I love samgyeopsal so much. I was like singing about samgyeopsal, samgyeopsal please. So it's like that. Mm. And then bibimbap is very popular too. And I think bibimbap is such a healthy and tasty food. You can have a lot of nice vegetables. Mhm. And then let's see a little bit about hanok. Hanok is Korean traditional um, houses. So we live this kind of houses like a few hundred years ago. So can you see the difference of these three different houses? Number one, we say this one as 초가집, 초가집. So this one was usually for normal, like farmers, normal people. So it was kind of like um, not really rich people used to live in here. And the next one is 기와집, 기와집. Oh, 기와집 was kind of, how should I say? It was like for usually rich people or noble people used to live here. Can you see the difference? The 기와집 looks pretty more expensive for me. And then the next one, what is this? This is the actually Korean palace. So 궁. So Korean palace usually, you know, royal family used to live in here. Mhm. So if you visit Korea, you should visit Gyeongbokgung or Changdeokgung. There's so many beautiful palaces um, around Korea, especially in Seoul. Okay, so let's have a short quiz. Which one is Korean outfit, traditional outfit? Can you guess? The answer is yes, number four. This is Korean traditional dress, which is hanbok. And next one, which is Korean traditional food. Would you please guess? I will count three. Three, two, one. The answer is number one. This one is the bibimbap. Okay, and then would you choose the Korean traditional house? I will count three, two, one. The answer is number six. Yes, this was the 기와집, usually for nobles and then rich people. Okay, so from now on, we are going to learn more about Korean letters. How has it been made? The history of the Korean letters, which we say as 한글, 한글. Okay, so who made Korean letters? Hangul. Who made Hangul? So King Sejong made Hangul like 600 years ago. King Sejong was kind of like Korean people say he was one of the like best king ever because he has made so many like scientific development of Korea. So he made such things like Chilgugi. This is machines that can record how much the rain has been poured for each day. So you can measure like how many millimeters of rain coming, and then you can predict next year. Oh, last year it rained this much. So the farming would be like this, blah, 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 blah. So, predict rain and um, making better farming results. And number two, this one was a weapon, like shooting so many arrows at one time. And this one was like um, uh, seeing the stars. And this one is the Korean word, Korean letters, Hunmin Jeong-eum. The name of the book is Hunmin Jeong-eum. So in this book, there's the record of the Korean letters, the generation of Korean letters started from this book. And this book is kind of like for farming and yes, so he has made such stuff, so many things. So he has made Korean letters in 1443, which is around 600 years ago. So, like before the King Sejong made Hangul, there was no Korean letters, so we use Chinese letters. Um, Usually, nobles or rich people could learn Chinese letters because they had enough time to learn Chinese. Usually, Chinese letters, it takes pretty long time to learn because you have to memorize all the letters. However, most of the normal people, they had to like work all day and had no time to study much. So this kind of people could not learn how to read Chinese letters. So, sometimes they get like they could not get benefits or they did something wrong because they could not read some such kind of like announcements or laws. So, like some of the people, they got punishment before because they didn't know Chinese letters. So, for example, like somebody wrote it down. It says like "Don't cut the tree," but they didn't know what it means, so they just cut the tree, and they had to get punishment. So King Sejong was very sad about it, and then he wanted to make some Korean own letters, which is like easier to learn and easier to use for normal people. So finally, he made Hangul. Okay, so do you know which one is Hangul among these six options? I will give you 3 seconds. Three, two, one. The answer is yes, number one. It says 안녕하세요, which means hello. And then who is the person who made Korean letter Hangul? Three, two, one. The answer is yes, the King Sejong. Okay, so we are going to practice a little bit, learn a little bit more about Korean letters. So, Korean letters, Hangul's vowel, King Sejong made it basically based on the sky and the ground and the person. So, sky was the shape of a dot and ground was a shape of like this and the shape of person is like E. So combining these three, King Sejong made so many vowels, all the vowels, like this. So a person and sky and person, something like this. Okay, and how about consonants? How did King Sejong make consonants? So he made it based on human's mouth and the throat, the shape of the throat when the person is pronouncing each sound. So for example, this one, we say 기역, 기역, which is G sound, ga, ga, ga. So when you pronounce it ga, the tongue, the inside, deep inside of the tongue, usually this place touch almost the top of the uh, mouth, like deep inside the mouth. So the shape of the tongue becomes like this, 기역 shape. So that's why um, King Sejong made it as 기역, and the next one is 니은, 니은. This one is like na, which is N sounds, N, na. When you pronounce it N, the tip of the tongue, it touches the back of your teeth, and your tongue, the shape of your tongue becomes like this, like 니은 shape. That's why he made letters, na sounds like this. And then this one is consonants, 미음, 미음. Mium is kind of sounds like ma, which is M sounds, M sounds. So when you pronunciate ma, your mouth, your lips, it becomes like this rectangle shape. So that's why he made this rectangle square shape as ma, mium. And then next one is, this one is 시옷, 시옷. 시옷 is sounds like sa, which is S sound, S, sa. When you pronunciate S sound, sa, is basically based on the sounds made by the wind coming through your teeth. Sa. So he made this letter based on the shape of the teeth, sharp teeth shape. And then this one is, we say it, 이응, 이응, which is a sounds, a. So when you pronounce it a, you open your lips like a, and then it, the air goes through from your neck to your mouth directly. Ah. So 이응 was basically made based on the shape of your throat. Throat is circle shape. That's why he made this. And then actually these letters are not all of the Korean letters. So there's other words to other Korean letters too. So all Korean letters were basically made based on these letters. So it's like this. Okay, so let's go to the quiz. The vowels, the person. What was the person? Yes, person was this one. And next one, the ground was what? 3, 2, 1. Yes, the third one. And the sky and the sun shape. Which one it is? It is 3, 2, 1. It's the dot. Okay, and then next one. So number 1, ga, 기역 shape is supposed to be 3, 2, 1, second one, and then 이응, supposed to be 3, 2, 1, fourth one, and then number 3, 니은, should be 3, 2, 1, first one, and then 시옷, should be 3, 2, 1. Yes, third one. Very good. And the 미음, ma should be 3, 2, 1. Ma is the fifth one. Okay, so this is the end of the class today. Today I introduced myself and I introduced about our class, and we learned a little bit about Korean letter and Korean language, Hangul, and about King Sejong, and a little bit of Korean culture. So next time we will start to learn the real Korean letters. Thank you very much. And then if you have any questions, please write on the comments. Then if I will try my best to write the answers. Thank you very much.